So this is the help video for E flat minor hip hop. This is what it should sound like. This is a version of it. It's not really hip hop. It's sort of vaguely kind of Timbaland-esque kind of hip hop pop, and that's it. This one goes through quite a lot. It's got an improvisation in there as well. The second piece, again, you program the sheet, that's the help sheet exactly as is. Program the help sheet exactly as is for the first 8 bars, and then as it says down the bottom, the extension is that you add another 8 bars to that. You add another 8 bars to that with your improvisation. Right. So I'm going to whistle through this and program this as quickly as possible. You don't have as much of a help sheet in this one as you had in E flat minor. So going to nip in here and just say a new track, new with software instrument. I'm going to go with drums to start off with. I'm pretty sure if you go up here to the library and you type in 808, that's the kind of kit that you want. Let's nip down there. That should be all right. Okay, so gives us the kind of sounds that we want. So it's again one of these pieces that's got a very similar drum loop for all of the first 4 bars. So we're only going to program 1 bar. There's that sound there. So C1, if you don't have drum noises on the screen, C1 is your kick drum. You want to again highlight 1 bar, go through and get yourself your pencil tool. Your kick drum is not constant on the crotchets as it was previously. So it's on the first 1/8 in the bar, okay, and then it's on this one here. You might want to make it easier for yourself by making these 1/8 long, 1 semiquaver long, 1 quaver long. Then you're going to use the clap sound. So you want to put that on the second beat in the bar. You want to put 1 there, which is on the 6th quaver in the bar. Another clap sound there, and that's that. You want hi-hats in this bar as well. So 8 of those across there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should give us out. That gives us our sound. You're going to want this at 130 beats per minute. That's the drum line done. At this point, it'd be a really good idea for you to save, making sure you're calling it your name. Hip hip. Good. Well done for me. So copy that across by 4 bars. Not that way. Copy that across. You're welcome to use the looping here if you wish, by 4 bars, and then we can continue with the other parts. So you're going to want a bass sound in there. Let's do this super quick. Let's use you again because you're really good. That'll do it. It's not as round as I'd like it. Let's have that. That's quite nice but quite loud. Okay, so analog deep bass is quite nice. The bass line sits very much on the kick drums in this, and they're not completely even in the bar. So I would probably program those. You don't have to, but I would probably program those. It starts on E flat, but probably the E flat that's in octave 2. There it is. Okay, so again, you're going to want, there's my bar. I've got, what have I got? I've got 4 bars highlighted there. I'm going to want to see this in 8s actually. So let's do that. There's too much. So there's 1/8 in there. Dun, dun. So I'm going to want it there. Dun, dun, dun. Oh dear. Okay. I'm going to again use the trick where I'm going to. Oh no, that's very, very much too quick. Excuse me. I've fallen for my own problem. That's 1 bar. So let's make this easier on ourselves. There's an 1/8 there. Dun, 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 dun. And there. That's our line. Okay, I'm going to use the same trick that I used last time, which is to copy that bar across using the Alt key across to the same line. So we've got that twice, and then I can just keep copying that across. I tend to copy it across onto the same note and then move it up. It's the same in the last two bars. So there you've got. Oh no, it goes down for the last one. It could be musical either way. It goes back down to that one for the last one. Okay. So the next one that's slightly different that we're just going to show you here is the guitar. So I want some kind of muted guitar. I've got a muted bass, muted electric bass might do it. Let's try that. Okay, let's try that. That's a lot better. Okay, so again, this is a line that's programmed just purely in eighths. I'm going to program that quite a lot higher up in the scale. Okay, we've still got a couple of minutes. So the one thing about this line is it doesn't start on the first note in the bar. So it starts on the second eighth in the bar. Oh god, now we're enormous again. I have to say that the one quite disappointing feature of Logic is the piano roll view. It is enormously hard to see. So other piano roll views are available on other sequencers and they are better. But there you go, lousy workman blaming tools. So there's your guitar line. The nice thing about this one is, and as I kept saying earlier, there's lots of cheating in sequencing. You can copy from your own work, no problem. So I'm copying that across here using the Alt key. But bear in mind that it doesn't start on the first beat of the bar, so you have to be really careful about where you position those. The last one is different. Okay, the last one is different. The last bar in this sequence is different. So for the last bar in this sequence, we're just going to go in and show you that it does this. Bum, da, da. Those two, then these two, and then that one. There you go. That's that. And the last one is very familiar to you. It's just another string line. So I'm going to use my usual dream strings in there. Let's use that again with the dream strings. I'm going to play it in. It's a really slow line. It just goes E flat, D flat, G flat, and then back to the D flat again. So let's go with that. Advice with this is that you definitely quantize it. If you don't quantize it like I've done here, you have a problem where my first note starts just before the bar and it doesn't play. So if I now quantize that, they all jump into time and they'll all play. So now you go on and do the second side of the sheet, which we're not going to do on this video, for example, we're not going to do here, but it introduces you to how this is. The one thing to look out for on the second side of the sheet is in the drum line and in the guitar line, there are 16th notes, it's not all eighths. Okay, be very careful about that. Alright, apart from that, we are done with that.